All right. So I do have the meeting minutes for June. And I know that you guys are just reviewing them, so I'll let you guys pass them around and then we can
I reviewed
kind
them.
of. Oh, you did review them? Okay.
You emailed them, right?
Thank you to
Yeah,
Megan,
yeah.
who helped make that possible.
Is that what you guys are looking?
They were
For-
perfect.
okay.
Yeah.
And I just made it flow, you know, into the thing, but yes, that was amazing. Yes.
Okay. So you already reviewed them and
Oh, yeah.
you did,
Yep.
Heidi?
So Megan took the notes the last time and then she sent them to me, so I used those to create the minutes.
Okay. So that's better then I'll pull it from there.
Yeah?
Okay. All right. So yeah, I think they should be.
I was gonna say, we just don't have like the motion to like adjourn or anything on there, but that's all I saw.
There isn't? On the back?
Well, this is what I wrote, that what's printed
Yeah,
is what
that's-
I sent
Oh,
out to
gotcha,
Max.
yes.
So whatever you may have written that, or
I
if
have-
I had access, I would've.
I
It's
have
like the only thing you don't.
that.
Unless you guys voted on anything, but I wasn't here.
But
Yeah.
I'll keep doing
Wait,
that.
did we
I'll
vote
add you to
on
this one,
anything?
too.
No, I don't think so.
Live service, oh, I guess I did.
And we can kind of talk about that as well, in a minute here. Okay. So I'll just open it up for public. You're good, nothing? All right, so as far as making motions to approve anything, we are more advisory as a committee, and we don't really need to make a motion to approve finances or anything like that. There's actually, just trying to figure out like where we all stand in the world of being a committee for the town. Has been interesting because what I found is we really are just advisory, so we kind of have to treat it that way. So I think we just, we all want to be here, we all want to do this, we all want to make the rec program work, and we can't do that with just a part-time rec director. She definitely needs our support. So I say that we just continue on this path, but we won't have to worry as much about the voting and stuff. So does that sound?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's go ahead and get started with the summer camp and swim lessons update.
Okay. Summer camp has been very busy. We've had the best weather ever. The kids have been amazing. We have definitely a different group than last year, I feel like. And I don't know why that matters, but it's just, I don't know, it's just different. It has a different feel. We're keeping them busy. The lake days have been wonderful. We've been able to kind of keep them off to the side a little bit. So if you look at the lake from the beach, we're off to the right, and try and just stay in our lane as much as possible. We set up chairs to give the kids a barrier of where to go and how far to go over. They've been using the dock. It's been great. We've been using the changing rooms there to change. Bathrooms have been fine this year. There's 2, a third would be nice, but it's been fine. We've been using the pavilion. We needed it last week in the rain.
Yeah.
We were stuck in the rain over there, and it was awesome. All 40 kids fit right under there, so it was perfect. So yeah, lake's been awesome. Wednesdays we have swim lessons. That's been great. I think the only struggle we had is getting there on time for swimming lessons, the bus. So we're gonna have him pick us up a little bit earlier so we can get to the lake by 9:30 to start swimming lessons at 9:30, instead of getting there at 9:45 and having her race to get them all in. Otherwise, it's been very smooth, I think. I haven't heard of any complaints with swimming lessons. The kids are engaged, they're learning stuff, they are doing something different every week. She does a lesson plan every week. I give her extra time during the week to work on that.
I have two good things to say about swimming lessons.
Okay.
So Harley swam out to the dock all by not by herself, with my brother.
Mm-hmm.
And she didn't have any help from my brother.
Yeah.
And that baffles my mind.
Mhm.
So I think that she's learning so much, which I think is great.
Yeah.
Because I ask them every single Wednesday, I'm like, what'd you learn today?
Right. Yeah.
Because
It's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Talon at first was like, I don't need swimming lessons. I'm too old for that.
Mhm.
But he has joined every single time.
Mhm.
So I think kudos
It's
to
funny, both of those things that you brought up are, big things this week we noticed. We still make a lot of the kids, we fight them, but we make them all, if they're under, sixth grade, we make them wear their life jacket no
Yeah.
matter what,
Yeah.
to the dock.
Yes.
They can take it off when they get there
Yeah.
with parent permission. Some parents are still like, nope, they need to keep it on all the time, no matter
Yeah.
what. Some parents are letting us be the judge of that, and if we see that they're improving, they can take off their life jacket and jump in while an instructor is out there. And then they put it back on to swim in.
Yeah.
And that seems to be helping them,
Yeah.
with their confidence
Yes.
and get stronger. So that's that. And then the second point you made was, how some of the big kids, the 6th and 7th graders, are like, we don't need swimming lessons. And most of them have signed out. Their parents have said, nope, we don't need it, they don't want it, whatever. I said, okay, it's included with summer camp, but that's your choice. And so the other day, we were like, yep, your parents said no. They're all like, wait, we're learning how to dive today? No, we're in, we're doing it. So they all did diving class the other day, even though
They fought it.
they didn't have to,
Yeah.
right? So that was kind of cool.
Yeah,
So
he
thank
was-
you for bringing that up,
Yes,
because those were
absolutely.
good
It was
points.
tooth and I was just fighting with him so bad. I'm like, not fighting with him, but he was just like, I don't need it. And I'm like, can you stop trying to act
Yeah.
like you're 25 and you're only 10
Yeah.
and I really
He's
want
not
you to be
the only
safe.
Yeah. Yep.
Is the
Yep.
diving available to the CITs as well?
Yes. Yes. Diving off the dock.
Ooh.
Is that what you mean?
Mm.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, so I never would have let Harley go up to, and I don't know if I would do it myself either without
Yeah,
my brother
it's
there.
definitely,
Yeah.
I know that she would be fine with me, but without like any type of,
yeah.
but she was, I couldn't even believe it. I was like,
Mhm.
my mind, I was baffled, like.
She's been doing
You can
good.
tell.
I've noticed
Yeah.
the difference
She's
with the
confident.
kids.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's great.
that's good. So, and I've heard nothing but good things. Like
Awesome.
whatever the kids did today, they were so excited about it. Because I was like, how was it today? And Hayden's like, oh, and they're all going on. And then the science thing they did the other day, they were really excited.
Yes.
So I think that's great. I honestly, it just to see everybody out there when you go over to the lake is just nice.
Yes, it's been awesome. Speaking of that, just with summer camp, we've had Green Mountain Conservation come. We had that donated to us, actually, so reached out about doing summer camp. Yeah, so we've had some people help us with getting Green Mountain Conservation Group to come to summer camp, and they have summer educational programming. And so they have all these different things they're coming to do. This week was science. They were exploding things and
Yeah.
doing stuff.
Health
And
and
so
toothpaste.
we were on the path where the new bridge right there, and it was shady because it was super hot.
Yeah.
But yet they wanted us outside, so we were like, okay, where are we gonna go? So anyway, that was awesome. That there's a little hill there. They could all sit on the hill in the shade, and then they had 3 stations set up. We didn't have to do anything. They came in, set it up, and did it. And the kids were again engaged and in it and excited about it. I'm posting pictures tonight because I haven't put any pictures up, but it was good. Yeah. So that will be every Tuesday. For 3 weeks.
That's cool.
We kind of got in late on it. Next year, we're already talking about it. She wants to come every Tuesday or Thursday. I told her Tuesdays and Thursdays are our days
Oh, that's so cool.
That's
'cause
great.
to do
Yeah.
it. So
Then you have one field day, like full field day.
right. They're only there for an hour. I would love for them to be like 3 hours, but because it's so awesome.
Yeah.
But then we've also learned from that, and the counselors are getting ideas on, oh wow, they really love that. We should do more of this, and you know, so now they're brainstorming ideas to kind of build on it. So yeah, it was kind of motivating for us too.
I know what would be fun is one morning having parents drop at the historical society, you know, on a Tuesday or Thursday, and going up and doing that trail, and it goes to the river.
Mm-hmm.
You know where I'm talking about? I don't know the name of that. The Cascades.
Cascades, yes.
That would be
Yes,
fun, and
I
then
would love
I'm sure
that.
you guys would
I've never
be
been.
able to walk back. It's not
Mhm.
that far.
Yep.
Maybe.
Oh, it's a great little,
I've never done it.
We've walked
have to look out for the leeches,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but it's a great.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a nice little trail.
All right.
Isn't it?
Especially
It's
on these hot
beautiful.
days, you get in that shade. And,
Yeah.
It's,
Mhm.
I think it's all shaded, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And you can eat at the river, like. Just,
And like take our time kind of thing? Like
yeah.
you could spend the morning there?
oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
There's a lot of flat rocks there
Yeah.
that you guys can sit on.
Okay. I know, I feel, yeah, weird. I haven't done it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd bring bug spray, but yeah.
Cascades.
Right, yeah.
I think Liz mentioned that.
Yeah.
So I think she's
She
familiar
did.
with it.
Yeah. It's been so hot, so we've been like, yeah, but we'd love to do some, yeah, little hikes. Cool.
So I was thinking, because, so another thing I wanted to talk about is the CIT program.
Mm-hmm.
I know for Micah, he's really enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
He hasn't had too much to say. He was ecstatic about the whole rock
Oh my goodness.
hunt that he did with
That
the
was so
kids.
cute.
Yeah. He was really, really all about that. So he's been trying to come up with some more things that
I
he
didn't
could
know
do.
that that's what he did.
Yeah.
You didn't tell me that.
Yeah.
That he had those on his own. Like he did that. So what?
A local family like painted them and left them for the rec to find because they've been seeing us there.
Yeah.
That is so
Nice.
cute.
So
Yeah.
he found them. One of the CITs
That's
found
awesome.
them and was like, I'm gonna hide them and make a
Yep.
scavenger hunt
Yep.
for kids.
Oh, that is
That's
such
really
a great
cute.
idea.
Yeah.
That was great.
So he
They
took a
loved it.
Yeah. So, but yeah, he's really liked it. So.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
Good.
What do we have? How many CITs do we have now?
Oh gosh. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6.
Okay.
I think. 6 or 7.
You know, and in the beginning, it sounded like we needed, you know, to make some little bits of changes to
Yep.
make it work for everybody.
Yep.
But I don't know. I think it's a good program.
It's
Have they been
already
helpful?
gotten, yes, it's already gotten better. I think we were all just kind of like,
It's brand new.
hey, right, now what? You're here. So, yes, I mean, the big thing I keep telling them is like, pretend you're babysitting, you know?
Yeah.
Pretend you're in charge of this little group, you know, and they're your responsibility to play with, keep them busy, they're not bored. Yes, keep them safe, but yet that's why we're there, you know? I mean, they
Yeah,
don't have to they don't have to tell them not to do something, but, you know, just trying to keep them busy really and play with them. They've also been helpful with, like, especially at the beach, getting the life jackets out, getting the sand toys out. That little cottage at the beach has been very helpful this year. I didn't use it last year, but we weren't really there last year, that's why. But we can lock everything up in there.
Yep.
So I unlock it and they come and they get our chairs, our sand stuff, our life jackets.
Good.
What else? Yeah, they set it all up for us.
So, where do we stand with extended hours? Because we have 10
I
kids that have signed up.
Well, it's not quite 10, but but yes, we have 7 that want to get dropped off early. And 4, let me see, it's right here. And 6 that want to be picked up late. So yes, I have a counselor that will come in at 8, and I have 1 or 2 that will stay till 5. I think our only, and we're gonna do it, but the only problem, or the only thing it's not a problem, but just, it's a long day. It's 8 to 5 for some of these kids. Sometimes in the heat, sometimes not, but it's a long day. But yeah, no, we have counselors that will do it. Yeah, this is the group I have. So I have glue, everything's color coordinated, with me. So, yeah. Some want both, some just want one, some just want the other. Originally, there wasn't enough people signed up, and so I didn't know if it was worth having the counselor come in an hour early.
Yeah, and I think, maybe, with all of this stuff, like the summer camp, the swim lessons, the CITs, and even the time that the program runs, we every year, right, we look at this and we think about what can we change next year. And so I really don't want to focus on that in this meeting, but in a future one, we can take a look, after the program's done, take a look at all right, this was a huge success. Is there any changes that we can make to make it better?
Right.
And I would say that it would be nice if the camp was 8:30 to 4:30 maybe instead.
Well, that's what I was wondering too with some of these families, and I can even email them individually, is to find out if 8 o'clock is helpful or if just 8:30 is helpful. How early are they wanting this, and how late? Is it just 4:30 or is it really 5 o'clock that would be best?
So you won't consider 7? I can't drop them off.
This is not an overnight camp. 7, as if.
Sometimes I have 4 of them.
Sometimes you have what?
Looking at you.
Sometimes you have what?
4 children.
Or 3.
Sometimes you don't pick one.
But yeah, so no, but we can. I know it's important. I know some of these parents are like, I need to get to work. You need to open that door.
Yeah, 9 o'clock is really hard for me.
Yeah,
It's really hard.
Yeah.
So I drop them off at my parents' house, who then backtracks and then brings them,
Yes.
or if Sherry can, that's a
course.
little bit, that's a struggle for me.
Mhm.
All right. So we're gonna try to get that started next week.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. So there's that. I don't know. Does anybody else have anything for summer camp?
Are you guys in need
How's
of
that
anything, or?
How's that Courtney doing?
I was gonna talk to you about that after.
I heard she's really tired.
She's really tired. Field trips have been great. We went to Polar Caves. That was awesome. Then we took the week after that off because of 4th of July. And now last week we went to Aquaboggan. That was so much fun. And then this week, tomorrow, we're doing Squam Lake Science Center.
That's fun.
Yeah, I've never been there.
Me
Talked to the lady today. She's great. They have a little picnic area for us.
I think I'm gonna go.
We're the only group. Awesome. Yeah, do it. Yeah.
I've never been there.
Me
The
either.
kids were asking me about what is there.
It was
and-
my first field trip I chaperoned with Madison, and it was amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, I've rented out the whole place for after wedding brunch with adults before, and they had a great time.
Yeah.
So it
Oh,
really
good. I
is.
bet my kids will love it.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's a trail,
Yep.
like a flat trail,
Mhm.
and there's animals. Okay. There's animals along the way. I'm guessing.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
They're all
And then
rescued, right?
playground.
Yeah, so there's a mountain lion there, but everything has educational factors to it as well. But then you walk through the swampy lake area with all the wetland creatures and animals, and you can kind of like play and hang out with them a little bit if you want. Think of it like lake tadpole situations. And then if there's any rescued local moose or deer or bears or it's all there for you to see.
Yep.
Picnic tables, playgrounds.
Yep.
There's an indoor area.
Is there snakes there?
Yeah.
We're gonna be there for the otter feeding at 11:30.
That's
Aw.
adorable.
And there's dinosaur exhibit.
Okay, well, all the counselors
Sure.
are wondering if you're right about that.
All of them
Yeah.
are doubting me.
Yes.
About
They were
the
like, where did you
dinosaurs?
see this? Because we've all looked it up and no one's seeing anything about this.
Girls, there's a dinosaur exhibit. I'm gonna prove you wrong.
Heather will show up in her
I'll be
dinosaur.
like,
Maybe not all of
here I am. Talking to be a dinosaur.
Maybe not all
Can you
of them.
imagine?
She's really gonna show
In
up
that
big
one that you
blow-up.
run? Yeah. I should.
That would be great.
Who has one? Drop one off at my house.
We know who has one.
You are correct.
Remember? You know.
Oh, that's right.
It is right here on the website
I'm
of
bringing
the
it with
Swan
me.
Lake Science Center.
Okay,
The
who was it
dinosaur
today?
exhibit.
It was like,
Megan.
looked all over their website.
Yes, you're right. One of our CITs has a costume that we could probably borrow. Can you
Yep.
imagine?
Yep.
It's just
Yeah.
like scare the rest of the
That's awesome.
animals.
Anywho.
Okay, yeah, so
Doubters.
that's good. We can go to our next agenda item if that's, and actually I kind of want to skip over my second one and just go to the third one right now. The second one is to review the year-to-date spend, which we need to do tonight, but, I just want to move to 3 really quick. Old Home Week, this is super last minute, so they want us to host the softball game and come up with activities for the kids during the craft fair. But there's no schedule out yet. So I don't know when the softball game is and I don't know when the craft fair is.
I'm thinking they're gonna keep it all the same.
When usually is the softball game?
Usually,
Wednesday to Wednesday.
Wednesday?
And I think
If you
someone-
found last year's schedules probably, but the rec has always done.
yeah.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
someone just posted what the camera was.
And I feel
Was it
like
Kate?
it's, I mean, we have all the equipment, it's not.
Right. No, I don't think so
No.
either. I think
It's
once
the night
everybody
of the
shows
ice
up.
cream social. Usually they have the ice cream social after this.
Remember it
Yeah.
poured?
Oh, okay.
We were all out in the field in the rain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that.
So who can be there for that?
Be there for what?
The
Softball game.
softball.
Remember last year?
Last year it was on Monday.
That's right, it was on a Monday.
Could be Monday.
Okay.
Tuesday's the road race, I think.
Tuesday is cruise night and the road race. This is just going off of last year.
Okay.
So we think softball Monday?
So if it's Monday, then I should
Let me
be.
see, I can find out.
When, this is the first week of August, second week of August, right?
It would be Monday the 5th.
First full week.
Okay. Alright.
When is the parade normally?
Friday.
Parade is
Friday
Friday,
the 2nd?
which I believe that was
No, the
a couple of
following
things were already confirmed.
Oh,
One of
okay.
them was the parade for Friday.
The following Friday.
Correct.
It starts Sunday.
It'll be
technically.
Friday the
Yes.
11th.
Sunday.
Oh, okay.
I'm
Okay.
sorry, Friday the 9th.
Yes.
So I will be at the softball game. And I can help out coordinate that.
Okay.
I'll help. I should be able to be there as well, as long as it's Monday.
Generally, what time was it last year?
The game was at 5:30.
Okay. So I'll just get out of work a little early.
And then the craft fair. Do you see on there, Megan, when the craft fair was?
Yep, that was also just announced. The craft fair.
I think you can see on the shirt.
Saturday, I
First
thought.
day. First day.
It's the first day, so it would be that Saturday. Saturday the 3rd.
I can't do that.
What kind of activities?
And last year for the craft fair, we didn't do crafts. We just did ice cream. Remember?
Oh,
Bobby
yeah, yeah,
Sue's
yeah. Yep.
donated ice cream, and we just had a couple people there scooping it.
Okay. I think I'll be able to do it, but I would need help. Obviously, I can't do it by myself.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys already figure out the date?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Well, because craft fair is always the first day, which is Saturday, right?
because they should.
And then somebody posted that there were certain things that we could count on, and it was the craft fair, the parade, the fireworks,
Okay.
beanhole supper maybe. Like the
Okay.
calendar is coming, but these are the things that you can.
Okay. So for the parade, which if it's on the 9th, I have something that night. But
I'll do the parade.
all right. Can you take my kids to the parade? Okay. The theme is timeless.
Timeless or
Timeline. Timeline of Madison or something?
I was told timeless.
I thought that the timeline was last year.
It was. That's why
I didn't understand.
I guess is that what the historical society is doing right now?
Yes. That's what they said. It's
Timeless.
the same. No.
Theme for the parade
Timelines.
is timelines. Okay.
I thought
What is that?
timelines of Madison. So like decades of
That's
Madison.
what I said. But they said
Right.
I don't know.
Who can we ask?
We just gotta come up with something anyways.
Right.
We,
I don't know what it means.
I say 80s.
one thing.
I think
Well, yeah, that was like the best time. Yeah.
Come on now.
One thing I would like to do is if we could, we'd have to like get this done quickly, is I'd like to put a banner on the float saying thank you to like all of our sponsors and the,
Mm-hmm.
parents that,
Mm-hmm.
and just, people that have, helped
Mm-hmm.
make everything happen.
Mhm.
So, I don't know, can
Wonder
you
if we
pull a
could have-
list?
Those
I feel like
dates
you would
aren't
know the
confirmed.
people better than I would, like the people that have donated.
I have all of the, like, from our wish list. I have all of our Amazon wish list people,
Well, we'll just say
And then I
parents and
water bottle
friends.
people.
But then we could put like community market, memorial,
So,
we'll
like,
call out the,
Northeast Auto Body.
yeah.
Yep.
And then we could just put like
All of the
parents.
people who have done jerseys, all that.
Right, is it year round or are we doing just summer camp donations and sponsors?
Yeah.
I would at least start, with,
Summer
one
camp.
Yeah, okay, we could do that.
I mean, start there, we'll
Yeah.
see. But do you mean like a real, like something we can keep every, no, it won't be every year.
Yeah, the kids makes.
It would probably
Okay.
be like something simple that doesn't cost a ton that we would probably just
Give a
dispose
piece of
of.
canvas that, like, if we paint, thank you.
Yeah.
And then have the kids write.
Write
do
different
something.
things on
Do
it.
their
Even if it was
handprints
just-
or-
But that
even
way
if
it's
it
not
was-
gonna rip while we're driving down the road. 'Cause
Right,
that's
yeah.
what happened last year.
And even if you covered something with just various poster boards that each kid was writing something on, like you can write a couple
Mhm.
business names
Mhm.
on.
We
a
could
piece
make
of-
the kids poster boards. We'll make
You could
them
just
wear-
turn the children into poster boards.
That's actually a really good idea.
They actually, he even made like a bodysuit out of cardboard today, so.
Okay,
Let's go.
well, he's already.
Done.
And a
The
bonnet.
old homey committee
Made
did
a bonnet.
post a couple of things, so they did
Strap
say
on.
that yes,
That's great.
Black Hawk
Awesome.
Craft Fair
Yes.
is that first Saturday the
Yes.
third.
That's
The
right.
parade and fireworks is absolutely the 9th. The fire department barbecue is the 4th. Those all have been confirmed.
So parade and fireworks.
You know what I just thought of? The other day, I posted this too on Chronicle, was about, they mentioned Silver Lake and the E. Cummings
Yep.
family.
Yep.
And we could do a timeline of
Timeline.
that
Mhm.
and have his poems and stuff.
Mhm.
I don't know.
Mhm.
I mean, I don't know. It's kind of like
It's deep for summer camp.
dorky.
Yeah, these kids are gonna be like, what? They're gonna be like, who?
They're gonna memorize
No.
it and recite it.
No.
Now you guys each write a poem.
Right.
You don't want
Right.
It's not something.
I like it. I'm just saying.
No, I agree. It's too much.
I think the canvas thing is a great idea, and then We can just have the kids dress up.
I love, they could totally wear a thank you card, a thank you card on their, yes.
That would be so sweet.
Yeah,
And wear the
I think
red
you're
shirt.
more apt to be well.
I'm gonna wait for you all to come in and help me
You're gonna
make
look at it
Yep.
more.
You gonna come help me?
Going to set
What, makeup?
arm.
I know Courtney the night before.
With that banner.
Remember when
That's
everyone
supposed to be
said, right?
Basil's doing.
Remember that time I was on the floor for 3 days straight doing it by myself because none of the kids actually wanted to help
Right,
me?
yeah,
Cool.
they did not wanna do it last year.
Painting trees by myself.
So we're just gonna
Thank you cards.
So we're in charge of trying to get the ice cream donated.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
so, yeah. Yeah, I mean, that was my next thing. Does anybody wanna kind of take on Old Home Week? No,
So I have
okay,
Sam's 18th birthday and Julia's baby shower that
okay.
weekend, so I'm a little this
Alright.
year. But we can talk about
Why are you looking at me?
next year.
You know
Looking.
how busy I am.
Just looking over there.
But you're so
Do
good
you
at
want
planning
to
this
just
stuff.
like order a bunch of crafts from like Oriental Trading where you can have a craft table where the kids sit down and they can make something that's summer themed?
Well, and we don't
Like,
even
where are
have
you
to make
shooting
crafts. We
Okay, it
could
doesn't have to be-
just do little games for them, like set up like little cornhole. That's
Little cornhole
that's at least
boards.
what
That would be fun.
Adam had said to me. Like,
Well, what
Just
do you
keep them
still have from the
occupied.
carnival?
I feel like it was just games, like.
yeah,
I know, it's craft fair, but yet we did not have crafts last year. Our table did not.
why don't we make, Madison Recreation ornaments?
I mean, we could
So
set.
Okay.
the other camp that I used to be a part of a lot, and that's what every week, every day, the kids had. I think I put this in an email to you a couple weeks ago. They had a craft of some sort, and it was like, you're painting rocks. You're like making pine cone people.
Right.
All of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But then every year at the camp fair, they'd sell them all. And you better believe everybody's parents were buying everything, and all that money just went right back into
that
day
actually
camp.
is a good, but we're
so
Like the picture
bookmarks,
frames that we
Christmas
did.
We
ornaments,
could
picture frames.
set up the small bouncy house, but we just have to have like waivers, and it would only be like young kids.
And do we have to get permission from
Yeah, that's
people?
Because if it's set up on the field,
We did it
yeah.
2 years ago.
Okay.
We just have to make sure we have waivers.
Yeah, if we do like the bouncy house, cornhole, what other games? Small little
I
games
thought
that they can
about
play.
selling, which we can't. We can have Conway Embroidery have our order form there for merchandise too, I thought maybe.
yep.
People
That's
could
good.
order
Well,
like sweatshirts and shirts.
Do we have any?
We have a couple. The only
That we
problem
can
is we
order?
can't sell them and take anything that day. They have to buy it from them
Oh.
and then Conway Embroidery would donate it back to us.
We could
That's
set up
what we
our
did
square
before.
thing.
That's what we did before.
Okay. Do you think we could possibly get the materials to maybe have the kids do like bird houses over the next 2 weeks?
I would love that.
And then we could sell them at the craft fair?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. So let's look into what we need for materials. If they have like cheap little kits.
I wonder if we can just get them off Amazon.
What about both Home Depot and the craft store that I'm at all the time? St. Michael's?
Home
They
Depot,
both
like
they have kits that it's like they're free kits for kids. You
Yeah.
go and you literally just
They're
ask for the
free.
kid of the week.
Yeah.
So we could call them.
Field trip.
either that or reach out to the
Home
garden
Depot.
club and see if they have anything.
Just kidding, we're not going to Squam Lake, we're going to Home Depot.
Get your birdhouse kit.
We're gonna make you.
Alright, let's do that, cause
Like
like
even when you go to the beach, like think of when you go to the beach, all the kids find some good seashells, and then on Monday we are painting these seashells, and you're going to put them out at your craft fair table.
Yep.
Like when you do your field trips, if you go to
Yep.
the Cascades, same deal. You're picking up something that you can turn into something while you're on the field trip, and
Okay.
then you're gonna create with that and put it at your table.
Mhm.
So we said the craft fair is on Saturday the 3rd. Who is
Yes.
around for that?
I can try really hard to be. I cannot commit at this moment, but I can
I will
commit
not be
in
around.
24 hours. I can give you an answer.
I know, it's sad, I know.
Give me 24 hours.
I don't know why I'm looking at my calendar.
Last year we
Nothing
had
right
a
now.
parent there.
I was
Because
gonna
none
say,
of us
you're,
could
you're
be
pretty
there.
blank over there.
I don't write things on my phone.
Last year, Adam and another parent was there. Nobody from the rec committee was there
Yeah.
because we were all busy.
I don't remember what I have.
Yeah, that's a
Okay.
hard Saturday.
It's a hard Saturday. It is.
I'm just going out on the tiki boats the night before and I just don't know. how tired I'm gonna be.
Tiki boats.
What time is it? What time is the thing?
9 to 2.
No. Maybe you can get the afternoon shift.
So the rec will be opening their craft fair at 1. Right, the rec table will be open at 1.
You can serve.
No.
Okay, all right, I'm gonna find people to help me, that's it. Courtney and I will,
You're
we'll
gonna
handle
take
it.
on Old Home Week.
Yes. Megan hopefully will show up
The whole
and
week or just that day, guys?
No, just
What
that
are
day.
we-
then we're gonna be at
I'll take care of
softball.
the softball.
Okay,
I was gonna do the softball.
We'll do the softball.
Okay.
You guys, the
Can
3 of
do-
you, work on
Yeah.
the craft
craft
fair.
fair. And
So
then.
Bobby Sue's.
But you have to play softball.
Can you get
Oh, y'all.
the
I'll be a cheerleader.
CITs to
Don't you
give
have to do
them
it
the
all?
mission of finding various things around them
Materials.
to do
Sure.
and craft ideas? I think that would be a good
Materials.
CIT
So-
task.
Materials in nature.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
I
From different
remember,
timelines.
Nature.
From different timelines.
From
I
the
remember when I was in like first grade at
CITs.
Madison, somebody would bring in, do you know what I'm talking about? Bring in birdhouses for the whole like first grade class to make.
Was it Home Depot?
Probably can't say his name.
I don't remember who, because there ended up in the closet like 20 birdhouses randomly.
Well, I'm
that
just
never got
wondering.
taken home.
I'm just thinking like they're nice sturdy little
I'm,
Yeah.
I'm already
Yeah.
looking for
I'm not
lumber
sure that
for
was-
the stuff that Sherry sent me, so I will call
Yeah, they must have
Michael's
scrap
and Home
pieces.
Depot.
Oh,
You know how to build a
Yeah, but
birdhouse?
then if you're,
you just
Think-
put like,
yes, but if we're building birdhouses, then you need a lot of hammers. Like you need, we can't just be like, hey, 3 counselors, here's these 40 children in a pile
kids-
of meals.
But the kids that we had even during school were from Home Depot, and they had didn't they have little hammers and screwdrivers,
Oh, we
like
all-
little baby ones?
We all brought it.
Oh. Okay.
Everybody
There
brought
was
stuff
a
in?
call to bring it.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright, I'm making a note.
Okay.
I'll have to set up the
So
group
we're
that can use them.
softball.
and-
We don't need like an umpire or anything for softball, right?
No.
We just need
No,
just to
I
really
wanna be the
yeah.
it's
umpire.
just for fun. It's just for fun.
I'm gonna
Okay.
be up.
I don't know if it's
You're
a
outta
player.
here.
Pitching machine.
Pitching machine. We have that.
Okay,
Okay.
so we got it.
So Bobby Sue's is who we used last year for ice cream. Just throwing that out there.
Mhm.
So I'm sure if you called them and said do the same as last year, they would.
I have better connections at Eldridge, but I'll try.
Ooh, we can do that.
I think the only thing was that someone donated their maple syrup to us, not Eldridge's. So we didn't use their ice cream. You know what do you
Sure.
see where I'm going? Yeah. But we can do whatever.
And you did
We
ice
don't
cream
have to.
at the craft fair?
Yeah. See, isn't that funny?
That's weird.
I know.
Did
Is
it
that a
work?
tradition?
Any
Oh, wow.
crafts?
Did
no
it go,
crafts.
like, was it a thing?
It was
then?
awesome.
People gotta eat.
I don't remember.
Is that a tradition?
Maybe I was working.
I started it last year. Keep the tradition
No,
going.
it's not a tradition yet, but this year.
Who
it's
doesn't
gonna
like
be.
ice cream at 9 o'clock in the morning?
Seriously.
Yeah, do
Put
like
some
cold
Lucky
brew
Charms.
floats.
Can I just make some muffins?
Sherry's cooking corner.
Bobby Sue's for donations for ice cream. Nothing like waiting till the last minute. Got
Right.
it.
Right.
And then, okay, so that's that. I'm gonna also not go to year-to-date spend yet because that's gonna be last. The last thing, number 4 on the agenda is fundraising efforts, and so this actually ties back to the budget. But that's not fun stuff to talk about, so, we had quite a bit of money left over last year, that we lost. And it, I wanna say was almost, I could be, I wanna say it was almost half of our budget last year.
It was 12 that we ended with, right?
Yeah, I think 12.
Is it not in the 24 pages that you have there? Because I have the whole thing right here.
It was a significant amount, so, this year we wanna make sure that, because we ask the taxpayers to fund you know, the rec department, a rec director, and so much money for the rec. And if we don't use that money, then it goes to the general fund, and the selectmen decide how to use the money. So, I know as a, you know, just taking my rec department hat off and putting my taxpayer hat on, I would like to see that money used by the rec. So, we're in pretty good standings with our budget right now. We do have like one little hiccup, but we'll get that figured out. So what I would like to propose is that we work on putting in 1 to 2 Gaga ball pits, and I was told that it could happen out behind the flag out here. We would need, you know, someone to hopefully volunteer their time to build them, or we could budget the cost of building them. Megan's working on the price of materials, and then these green things that you see here, we would order online through the company that gives you the dimensions and everything for Gaga Ball. So that would get 1 or 2 of those up in the field. It would be nice to have that because I think the vision is we want a rec building someday, but that someday I don't think is any time soon. So I think we can kind of make our mark right now in other ways, in doing something like the Gaga Ball pit.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what Gaga Ball is.
I don't either,
And we
but
have them at like all the campgrounds now and everything.
I see them at
I've
every
never
campground I
been
go
to
to, but I have no idea what it is.
Yeah.
So they basically go into the
Yeah.
pit and they have a ball, kind of like a kickball. And in order to get people out, you have to hit the ball with your hand, but it has to hit the person below the knees. So you can't be hitting up here, you can't be hitting it like, and once you hit that person, they're out. And the game keeps going. You can bounce the ball off the wall, like people
It'll
can
last-
catch it. Yeah. And the company will put like, they'll make a plaque and all the rules and everything will be on.
Okay.
And what's nice about this though is the rec can use it in the summer when kids are, you know, not playing baseball that have to be at baseball games. They can go use them. The school could use them. So I think that would just be something that, you know, quite a few people could use. So we're gonna come up with the cost of it, and we need to, you know, look into having someone put it together for us. But
It doesn't seem that complicated.
so this is our pit, our Gaga Ball
want me to
pit.
bring it to you?
So do the green things and the boards just fit in those?
Yep.
It doesn't look difficult.
No.
Right, yeah.
Not at
Especially
all.
if you've got the connectors.
Yeah. So, and then secondly, I don't think that we're gonna make this happen this year, but I think that we have the potential, and I also spoke with one of the selectmen, is putting up a pavilion. And the pavilion would look, you know, like that. And I do think if we're wise, we can use some of the money that we have in our budget, but I also think that this could be like a donation effort. Like we could put it out there on our website, we could, anywhere we're going, when we go to the craft fair, we could make a poster that actually shows like, this is how much money we've raised for this is how much we need to raise. We could get, you know, some picnic tables, and my other thought is, you know, after having that, whether or not we get a concrete pad or not, I don't know. It would be nice to have it. I don't know how much that would cost, but we could at least outline, and I don't know, this is just thinking out loud. You know how sometimes fundraisers, they'll sell like cement bricks or whatever?
Yeah.
Like we could do that
As people
and
donate.
have, yeah.
Yeah, that is a really good idea.
Like the Hammarina did that when they were building it. They, you know, everyone bought a brick or block.
Ken
Yeah.
did for the
Yep.
field too.
Yep,
The walkway.
that's true, that's
Yeah.
right, Kenneth did it.
So whether we put them around the, or we put them in the ground.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that would look nice too.
Yeah, so that could be like a big thing that we have on
Mhm.
display is this is what we're trying to raise money for. And that, to have something like that, you know, it's not only used by the rec, it's used by the community. Again, if the school wanted to come over and have a picnic under it, like whatever it may be, you
I'd be
know.
interested in the cost because if there are other needs that the school has as well, so if anything, you would think maybe bigger. Like the town, I know for a few years has been talking about getting the live concerts and activities and whatnot going more. So then you do have a spot where you can put music under or the play, the school play,
Right.
stuff
Like you
like
use it for
that.
all
You
fun week.
could use it for many.
Like the one I have
many
has a
things.
stage. Yeah.
So
This
that
one.
so I think I would need to get on the
Yeah.
selectmen's agenda to kind of put it out there and propose it and say, could we get enough departments in the select board interested in potentially doing something a little larger than this?
Look at Heather's.
Yeah, I showed them that.
Oh, you saw
Yeah,
that?
we saw
Oh.
it, yeah.
It's beautiful.
And that might take more than just, you know, next year, but at least
Right.
we would be trying to donate towards it. And honestly, for things like the Old Home Week, I feel like that would benefit them as well.
Absolutely.
I have a question. So if we are raising money for that, where does that money go?
Right.
That's the
Well,
big
no,
question.
it would be, so it would be by donation.
But like our leftover money this year that we have, or we could have, could we donate that money? No.
No.
No, but we're gonna spend that money on
A
a
Gaga ball.
couple of Gaga ball pits.
Once upon a time, there was a pavilion fund.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody should ask, where's the pavilion fund?
Yeah.
Well, and there's even a sign that says future home of it.
Yeah.
So,
That was years ago, and they got turned down, they were all ready to build it, free volunteers, and they got told no.
right.
But there is a pavilion fund in the past.
Yeah.
Probably been dissolved and absorbed somewhere, but
Yeah.
once upon a time existed.
Yeah, cause I did see that, they even designed like kind of like a rec building at one point.
Had it all designed and ready to go, and
I think that if like maybe we asked for like certain companies that do that type of stuff, like if we ask if they could help us for
Mhm.
in any type of way
Mm-hmm.
and donate their time, like the concrete, the builder.
Do we have to be having Eagle Scouts around that we can see if they wanted to take on projects? Eagle Scouts always need a project for the year.
Yeah, I think we can incorporate, like, I mean, the groundwork and
Labor.
stuff, I can probably get that done for nothing,
Mhm.
you know, but,
I feel like that slab could be donated. I feel-
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like most of it, except for labor.
most
The labor might not.
decent sized companies
So you give your time.
do have
It's
like
frustrating.
Right.
I don't know, they do have like a line where they can write off like donations
Yeah,
and stuff,
absolutely.
so. So yeah, so that's my thought with kind of looking at the budget and what we have to spend before the end of the year. And I think it will be for the community. I kind of envision like putting in a couple of benches,
Mm-hmm.
you know, so if there is some money.
Yeah. I mean, this one had chairs, so you could move the chairs and put tables. You could move the table, you know, like, it's very, I feel like that especially is very versatile for anything. you
Yeah.
know?
It kind of reminds me of that big pavilion at Bailey's,
Yeah,
how they have all their
Yep.
entertainment and
that's
To rent
at
it
least
out?
a lot.
Oh, it
Yeah,
is.
that
Yeah.
is a-
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
But we could rent it out for birthdays, I guess, I don't know, yeah. Events, like they said,
Yeah.
bands could come and play, have live music here. That would be awesome.
Yeah, community barbecues
Right.
and cookouts and stuff.
Right,
I don't know
Yeah.
how you wouldn't want that, but.
And one thing I think maybe we get a plan in place and then we figure out the financial piece, and I think the more that we have, then we get on the selectmen's schedule and just go and say, this is what we have. You know, this is plan one and this is like plan A, plan B. The smaller one, just, you know, if they completely shoot down, plan B, you know.
Right.
But or A, I should say.
Yeah.
So yeah. And I think that would have to go to the town meeting as well, so.
Yeah, I think so too.
And one thing I didn't put on the agenda, but I think for the end of summer camp, we should do like a dinner
Mm-hmm.
with all the counselors that spent their time,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
And the
Tears.
committee.
What'd you say?
I said tears.
Blood, sweat, and tears. Sounds great.
Maybe go into like Tuckerman's and we could buy pizza
Yeah.
or the Hayloft.
Yeah. That'd be awesome.
So you guys can figure that.
We only have 4 weeks left. 3.
Yeah.
Shush.
I know, it's good. Yeah, it's crazy.
It's kind of terrifying.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay,
I know.
fun stuff. So we are, like I said before, we're in pretty good standings with the budget. Pull this out. Okay, so here's what happened. We set up the square, which is going good. But we didn't account for, when we set up the square, it allowed parents to make payments for summer camp through the square, which was great. However, it also allowed parents to pay for field trips through the square. The field trip money is dumping into the general fund. We don't really have a way to get that back, is what I'm being told. So, right now, it's not like the town can just cut us a check. So, right now, whoever hasn't paid for field trips, I'm encouraging to pay through the square as a donation. Then it drops into our donation line, we can use that. So we are going to expend
Field trips.
on our supplies line, I guess. That's what it's looking like so far.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess it's because we don't have a line for field trips in the
So the
budget, but I still can't wrap my head around why it doesn't go to the summer camp. Like I feel like it should drop in. Oh, never mind, because the money from the summer camp goes to the general funds.
the money from the summer camp that kids pay to go to camp goes to the general fund that rec has no say over.
Right.
Oh, and then from there, we also tried to make it easier for everybody to pay for field trips, which also is going into the general fund that we cannot get a check for to cover the cost of the field trips that have been paid for.
Yeah.
So these families have given the town money, not money to send their kids somewhere. Is that because now, in order to pay for the field trips, we're taking it out of the rec budget?
Yes.
Well, that is,
Mm-hmm.
So
okay.
I think we have already collected most of the money that we needed for the field trips.
Mm-hmm.
But there are people like myself that
And me.
haven't paid, so I'm just going to put it through as a donation. So when you put it through the square, put it as a donation.
So to pay the square, you have to go there and pay with your card?
No,
There's a link.
there's a link that you,
Okay.
or if you write a check, write it as donation.
Okay.
I don't, So I'm trying, just so you guys know, to figure this out, because I just don't, I'm not well versed in how it all works, but I just feel like we should be able to get that money back. I just don't know how.
I do recall this being an issue in the past, when it was 21C and so forth, we had to keep it separate. The field trip money had to be a separate check, so we kinda had the same, they had,
Same
to- so I could put that in student activities, that I could write a check. But it had to be kept, we didn't have Square then, it was a long time ago.
But it's, so it's gonna look like we overspent.
Because, and I think the biggest problem is with, on our budget, we never put a field trip line. We have a transportation line, we have a swimming lessons / lifeguard / swim instructor line.
Yeah, but if they're paying for it, why would we need it?
Cause we're not a business. That's what I've been told.
We shouldn't raise and appropriate money for field trips that are expected to be paid by the parents. You just don't use Square.
But I guess right now, even if they wrote a check,
I think we need to take the field trip
it would have to
thing
be written out
off.
to the town of Madison. Even
If
if,
keep the donation one on there, but
yeah.
get rid of the field
But
trip.
even if they didn't, even if they came in with a check, it would have to be written out to the town of Madison. Town of Madison inputs it into the system, and there's no budget line for the field trips, so then they're just dropping it into the general fund. That's what, at least what they're telling us they have to do. So, again, I'm looking into this, and we'll get it figured out, but there's gotta be a way that we can figure out how to collect it.
Sounds like a great story from the Conway side.
Yeah, and then, we did I guess they double paid Conway and Bert,
Yeah,
Conway.
double paid, I guess, yeah.
Yeah,
Which
they
I haven't
made-
heard from them about that, but.
Yeah. So that was $255, so I don't know about you, Heather, but I feel like we use them enough, let's just let them, we'll have that credit
Yeah,
on the account.
Yep.
Instead of trying to collect a check.
I meant to ask about that though.
And when you're done with that, Heidi, we'll just get back. Okay, so that, so right here you can see our budget, if we're over budget and percentage. And so like I said, we're looking good overall. I think the net of it is we still have 41% of our budget.
I'm just trying to see what sheet you were looking at, yeah, I have no.
Can you, I don't understand this because, so this is what our budget is? That's what the over budget? I don't understand what that,
I don't know why they listed out that way, but that's what we've spent in our budget.
oh, okay,
So that's where we
okay,
end.
okay.
And then donation, so here's what I'm trying to collect. And I do think we got some of the information here, but basically what I'm trying to collect is, how much we have made in, fees for the sports. How much we've made in fees for summer camp. Which we didn't make, but how much was paid to the town,
How
like,
much was brought in
yeah,
on our behalf, really?
right. So Linda didn't have all of that together for me. And I wanted it broken out too, like I want to see it broken out. I don't want just everything piled in a lump sum, I want it all broken out. And then our donations, for some reason, for some reason, I don't think Linda had the total amount on that either. So, cause our donations carry over. We don't, it's not like a use it, lose it, so.
Right, that goes into the revolving trust,
Yeah.
right?
Which is this from this year? Did you? The year isn't on, I know
I
you,
haven't seen that, yeah.
I know
So,
you
show me
printed-
which page you're looking at. And I'll pull it up.
this one right here.
Rec department expense first income. So there's not a year on it, but it is the first page on that spreadsheet that you sent.
Okay. Yeah,
It does say WA 2023, number 22, rec director. Not that that gives us too much information.
okay, yeah. So I think this is part of the proposed. Alright. Alright, so yeah, those are the only other things I'm trying to collect, and then I think we'll have a good understanding of kind of where we stand with the fees and everything we've collected, and at least I'll keep on that so that when it does come time to town meeting, when we write up the annual report, we'll have all that information in it. Because there is a lot of questions, like a lot of people wanna see the swim lessons for free. You know, there's a lot of people that are not happy with how much they're paying for kids to play sports. You know, there's our other rec departments around us don't charge nearly as much as we do for the summer camp. But there's also a lot of factors in that. We don't really have the funding that some of these other rec departments have. So, I mean, I think for 8 weeks, what we charge is good, and I think we implemented the fees. There was a really good reason we needed to, well, we implemented the fees, and the thought behind implementing the fees was that we would be able to keep money for future needs of equipment to help, you know, cover some of the field, the cost of the field. And, you know, we have to somewhat stipend the people that are directing those programs, outside of, you know, the ones that you are, so. But in reality, that money, we're not collecting. So, that's,
Well, in Conway Rex, that's
right, that's,
bigger.
yeah.
That's a lot more people, a lot more families, a lot more businesses putting into that. They have a building, like
Yeah.
that's different.
but we're still being held accountable, and we're still getting a lot of questions, and I just wanna make sure we have as much information we possibly can have, you know, when these questions come up, so.
Yep.
So I think we're
Are all those fees going into the general fund too?
yeah. So I didn't, and I think when we came up with it, that the thought was that we would be collecting those fees so that,
Buy balls and to buy equipment?
yeah. So, to pay for, I think we have to pay for the umps sometimes for some things, like,
Yeah,
so that was the thought behind it,
the referees for basketball,
yeah,
all that.
and,
And the taxpayers do deserve all of those answers and to have that information, and you know, it's kind of stinks that we're sitting here and they think that they're giving us all of this money to do these things, and they're asking us what we're doing with it, and we're like, we really don't know, we don't have any.
well, I think it's hard too, because I just put my taxpayer hat on and I'm like, you guys are double dipping. You know, I'm paying my tax,
If I
to-
pay $35 to play soccer, I'm assuming it's going towards soccer,
yeah,
not to the general fund.
no, yeah,
It's going to the general fund.
yeah,
Well,
it's
now
all
even like the early pickup, late drop off, like how are people gonna do that?
right, I just thought about that. Yeah, that's gonna go to the general fund, that's not gonna go to,
Just go right to
So
that
how do we-
counselor. Just go right to that
by
counselor.
donation.
So accept cash only? I don't know, you know?
Well, if they write a check, they can put donation on it,
Yeah,
but.
yeah.
I don't know, it's just stuff we need to think about.
They shouldn't have to do that.
It's wonky.
Yeah.
Yeah, and again, I'm trying my hardest to figure this money trail and how it all works in the town. It's very convoluted, and you know, Adam and I have spoken about it, and he's pretty good at explaining some of it. It's almost like, you know, I know they say they buy down the tax rate. So essentially, the money that the town is giving us, we're giving back when we process those fees, but it still doesn't it doesn't put us on a good path to being more self-sustainable, and I don't know that other rec departments really truly work that way. So that's something we need to figure out so that we can become more self-sustainable. So we're not constantly going to town being like, can you fund this, can you fund that? Because let's be honest, only so many people use the rec program. You know, it's just the way it kind of is, and until we can get to a point where we have a full-time rec director, or, you know, my vision would be more so continuing down the path of the part-time, but having a couple other positions.
That would be awesome.
Someone running teen night, someone,
Yep.
And I really think something like that pavilion could really open it up for all ages.
Oh, yeah.
Activities for everybody in the.
yeah, and someone running pickleball, we have all the stuff, like, you just, as much as it would be nice for someone to do it for free, you can't expect people to just be doing stuff like that for
Right.
free. So in order to expand on what we're doing and get all ages and more people in the community involved, we,
So I would wonder if somehow can any of these entities, besides, can you have a checkbook? Like, how does Oklahoma operate? Like, I have student activities checkbook, but all schools, doesn't have any new town, any fundraising we do, it goes in there, we spend it as we see
Well,
fit,
that's another thing.
appropriate to the description of what a student activity account's supposed to be.
So maybe that's a question that we could ask if there
So
could
if
be.
the rec could have a separate checkbook for your donation, but somehow I do it. and
Yeah.
I've had it for 20 years, so.
yeah, and that's why I fully intend to like meet with a couple other rec departments and say like,
How do they do this?
how are you doing this? Because they're not all 501c3s, like they're not, you know, and we could try to start one, but I feel like there is a way that we can do this and make it work and make it make sense. I just need to figure it out.
And then have people agree to
Yeah,
let it.
yeah. Well, that's the biggest thing that's going around right now.
That
Why
is-
aren't you guys more self-sustainable? Why aren't you more
Well, I feel like if we did do that, it would make it so we could all the numbers that are coming in, we can control that.
Mhm.
We can answer questions when people come in and say, what are you spending this money on? Well, this. It's so hard for us to do it this way. Like,
Are we allowed to have a meeting with the selectmen? Is
Well,
that
I
a-
did ask about that, you know, but before we do that, I would like to at least
I guess just a general discussion.
get a little bit more knowledge on,
I've been saying that for a
how
while.
other recs do.
yeah.
Yeah.
How the recs.
Cause I feel like right now if we meet with them, they're just it's gonna be the same,
Like, this is how it is.
Yeah.
Right, yeah,
then I can be like, no. It's-
right. We can do it this way, right.
But I don't think it's, by any means, I'm not saying it's us against the
No.
selectmen,
No.
against the
No.
taxpayers, like,
But at
No.
least
I
you can
just think
offer
we
a
could
solution.
come up with a,
Just the information, we just wanna have the right.
Yeah.
Because again, it looks wonky, it looks weird. I don't know, I don't, yeah.
And it stinks when we all volunteer our time to do this for the kids, but we're also like being questioned almost.
yeah.
Like, what are
And we have
doing
no
with the
control, we have literally no control.
Cause the second that you sit at this table, you're getting stopped, like I'm getting
Oh,
you get
yeah.
stopped
Yeah.
and asked all
Yeah.
kinds of questions, and it just seems to be a lot of,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't have the answer for that,
Mhm.
you know? I
Mm-hmm.
bet if you go to Tom Powell, you might get somewhere, but I
Right.
don't have the information that you do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but that's all I have for today.
We've been working on trying to get a tent for summer camp for a while. And I've got word that I think it's gonna happen this weekend. At first I thought maybe Saturday, but now it's looking like we might have more help on Sunday morning. So if anybody's available out there, let me know. or message the rec.
I have something on the
Okay.
calendar.
And we're looking for plans on Sunday. No. But yeah, we will be putting up a
and muffins.
event tent. Oh, you're bringing muffins.
Is that
Um,
the tent from
Old Home Week.
Yeah, okay.
Up at Burkefield for the summer camp kids and for Old Home Week. So it'll be for multi-purpose tent.
And that will stay up right through.
Yes, it will.
Is it gonna
Till
be right on the
August
field?
16th. Yeah, it's, oh no, not on the field, no.
I was gonna say.
It's gonna be
there's something
up on
soft
this
stuff.
like parking area, but there's grass up there. I'm gonna try and get them to do it on the grass. But the
Yeah.
grass is kinda like this too up there, so
Yeah.
I think it's better than the dirt though, cause that will get muddy and yucky and
Oh,
dusty
yeah,
and
you're right.
I don't know,
I'd go for uneven grass over even
Right.
dirt.
yeah, yeah. So we're looking for help, volunteers for this weekend. If you are
Sunday?
interested, please reach out to the rec and let us know that you're interested. That would be lovely. Thank you.
To
For
Heather.
the children of the town. Do it for the children
And me.
and us. Right.
Shade.
As you can see, I need some shade.
Yeah.
Oh, get that bill too.
Alright.
My dermatologist. Yeah, that's it.
Motion to adjourn?
Second. All in favor?
Aye.